Hey guys, what's going on? Fuze Unbothered here with your gang. ABA Kings in the building. What's going on?
Hi guys, my name is Madichi. So good to be here again.
That's right. Okay guys, so I've heard this before. I don't know if you've heard it, that as a Nigerian, you are entitled to see one shaggy party. So if you've not seen yours, kudos to you, but it's still coming.
Definitely.
Right? That's me just joking, alright? Don't take it seriously, right? Welcome to Fuze Unbothered, brought to you by Upfront and Personal. Something very, very catchy, different that we're going to be talking about today, and it's simple at the same time. So the question is it okay for you as a guy to ask your partner, a babe, for money? All right, and why are guys uncomfortable with doing this? Would this soil the relationship and stuff like that? Madichi, do you want to? Oh, you know what? Let's go on a short break. When we get back, we're going to talk about it. Stay with us.
I used to care for the world's opinion.
Next.
I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Fuze Unbothered.
So Madichi, what's your take on this?
Okay, so as much as I feel like AB is supposed to respond to this, I'm just going to say this, right? We know how gender roles are defined in some things, like who to cook, who to pay the rent, who to do the dishes and all of that. But when it comes to money, there seems to be some level of
Yeah.
Now, as girls, we can ask you as a guy, please give us money. We want to do our hair, we want to do our nails and all of that. And nobody has an issue with it, right?
Hobby,
when it comes to a guy asking, so I feel like it depends on the circumstance. I mean, if we've been in a relationship for say close to like 2-3 years, and in those times you've been supporting my ministry, like you're doing well, I'm doing well, but once in a while you say, okay, babe, take this, take this for your hair, take this for your nails and all of that, and then all of a sudden something happens, you go broke, and you come to me for money. Why? But if we've been in that relationship and you've not shown some level of commitment in terms of giving, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be like, what's up? What's the problem? What's the problem?
So that's your
Are
take.
you trying to take advantage?
So I feel like for me, it has to be. This is me using myself as a case study. All right. I think it gets to a level where the guy can become somewhat vulnerable to the lady, all right, and can now tell you that he's in a fix or he is in quick need of something, all right. Now there's something about asking a babe for money in terms of the frequency and the urgency. Do you understand? Sometimes you're asking because that point you have the money but you can't access it. That's an urgent need that probably you would definitely.
But that's not the one we're talking about.
Yes,
we're talking about the one that you're asking your babe, please send me this. Then
there's urgency, there's frequency. Frequency is like every time you're always asking. Like at every inconvenience, you can just that there's this you have a sure banker that would always
you have
come
a
through,
bank somewhere,
and you can always pay back. All right. Then if it's something like the frequency is based on you're always broke, that's a different feeling. But for me as a guy, I feel like I've been with people where it's not even about being vulnerable, it's about being an open book. All right. I can tell you that I actually don't have cash right now, but between now and now I'm definitely going to pay you back. Do you understand? And I always see that you would not lose your respect, you will not lose your you will not lose yourself, because it's also going to be a form of losing yourself if you cannot pay back and it begins to deteriorate your relationship with this person. Yeah. So if I'm paying back a loan that I get back from my babe or a female friend, all right, even if it's as little as 1K extra, I used to put it. I promise you. No. So
give it up.
It makes me feel like, okay, and if I'm delaying, probably I told you I was supposed to pay you back in 2 days, or most of the time I actually don't even lie. If I'm borrowing money, it's because I'm cash strapped. Maybe I'm not with cash at that moment, or I can't access money.
But you know, we have some Yoruba demons. They know that the lady will not collect the money. Like some ladies that are already crazy about a particular guy. Now you ask guy for money, she's always like, okay, take babe. You will say, oh, I'll pay you back. She's like, oh, no problem. No, worry. We have some really I'm not specifically talking about Yoruba men, but like
but any guy that does that is a reaper, because like he's just all out for the dough. You get me? Because like naturally, men are providers. They want to be providers. They want to be in the position of being the one to provide. Do you get me? And by that, it's quite uncomfortable for a guy to ask a babe for money. It's always like, oh goodness, he's thinking that hope she will not see me lesser than I am. First off, is it going to cause some?
But is that not supposed to be? I mean, in your relationship, like, say you're supposed to be vulnerable. Like,
men are naturally egocentric.
Do you know some ladies are actually very sensitive?
Yes.
Like, if my guy, I'll know. Like
now, it gets like, to that point where your partner as a lady, you should be able to tell without him asking.
Exactly. Some guys, their ego.
I could be with someone now, and she's telling me that, AB, why are you not going for this event? Why are you not out there? What's going on? Why are you indoors? Have you eaten? And I say, I just had this. It's like, you just had this? What's going on? Like, okay, don't worry.
Yeah.
They don't need to say anything again. Don't worry. Is it that they literally have my account details, or they have my address to send food or send something? Because at the end of the day, I keep having this conversation with my friends as guys, and I tell them 365 days in a year. Trust me, it cannot be smooth for 300 days.
Yeah. It could be as little as haircuts.
Do you understand?
Like, you're seeing your guy, you're looking at him like,
God.
See, the little things. Anyway.
Well, Madichi, you have man. That's why you can relate. We'll be right back after the short break. There's more tea that we have to talk about. You have man.
Multina, share happiness.
Fuze Unbothered.
So, AB, with the rate of so many bad goods happening in the country, economy is going from left to right, and we're not
from
a
top
stable,
to bottom.
Like, we're not a stable economy at the moment, right?
Actually,
would you justify internet fraud? Would you justify people who steal from other people?
Truthfully, yeah. And this is me being very honest with moral structure, I'm trying to use the moral compass of where we live in. You can never justify fraud or anything that is wrong morally. You can never ever. You would never be right, no matter what circumstance you find yourself in, no matter what situation you find yourself in. It can never be justified, and I would not justify internet fraud. The system where we are is literally, and this is beyond internet fraud right now. In fact, it's like the system, the structure that doesn't have a structure. The place that doesn't have a structure has now structured itself to almost find you cornered to surviving at any at any given means that is available to you. And the most available means to a lot of people out there that a lot of people are exposed to, the same way the internet exposes you to make legit money is the same way it exposes you to make
illegal money.
Do you understand? And this would be probably the reason why a lot of people would want to justify these things, that the people that are supposed to be responsible to the citizens, to the young ones, the jobs that are supposed to be provided or not, the positions that are supposed to be handled by young people, they've not given way for young people to handle it. So that would be one major reason why people would want to but at the end of the day, I saw a video of Bisola Ayutola. Ayola, sorry, I beg your pardon. That's the ex Big Brother household. Yeah. She was saying that there's no reward
for poverty,
for suffering. There's no award for suffering. And that shows to tell you that as much as the moral compass expects you not to, go that route, if you go the routes that is supposed to be the diligent moral standard and all that, there's still no award for that. There's still no people will still do. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I get you,
but a lot of people might be listening and saying that, okay, because these ones are privileged, that's why they are saying. I don't think it's about that. I feel like you said,
it's not privilege.
It's about your moral values. I'm a Christian. I go by what the Bible says. I mean, the commandment says thou shalt not steal. So I don't think there is any justifiable reason why you should steal from someone. Do you know there's some people that would actually tell you that they would rather beg than steal?
I mean, so what is good for the goose is not the same.
Exactly, as but I mean, there's no justifiable reason. I mean, we see, and it just makes us look bad. And I want to say, it's not just internet fraud. All right, even
the regular Nigerian wants to rip you off.
I used to care for the world's opinion. I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Maltina, share happiness.
Fuze Unbothered.
Yeah.
Let me give you an instance. I think this was years back, all right? Years back, like say like maybe like 5 years ago. Yeah, and I was in this workshop, and we're just trying to analyze what is going on in the country and all that. A regular bike man, all right, will see a guy just dressed in random t-shirts, probably slides and in regular jeans, and a trip of that should cost about 200 naira. He will first call it about 300, then you have to beat it down to 200. Okay, hold on. But once there's another person looking like an office person, looks like $1 million box, you know, you're all suited up, or you're a nice fine trad, looking all smooth and all that, well tailored, well pressed, with a nice cologne oozing out just by someone saying hello. You get what I'm saying? And you call the bike man for a trip of 200 naira. He's never going to call it 300 naira for you, because he knows that you can afford double or triple of that. So he's going to literally overblow it to like maybe like 600 naira, and eventually when you're beating it down to like 400 naira. You're still double the money, you're still paying double of the money. That in its own sense is fraud.
Yeah, I get you, but do you really blame them? I mean, for every bus stop.
Do you really blame them?
What I'm saying is that for every bus stop, there's an Aguero taking 100 naira from you as a bus driver.
Now,
and before you know it,
like we said, you can always justify anything from your own perspective, but it's now what guides your life in terms of a moral compass or spiritual compass or your conscience that will make you make the decision. At the end of the day, we're all vying to make this money. So, all
right,
there are some things I cannot really
I guess,
say.
but still on this, do you think social media has made a positive or negative impact?
It is a mix of both. It's a mix of both. I mean, we talked about what Alibaba's statement of over a year ago was now costing now. Do you understand? Because of this and all that. So social media has its good side, especially when it comes to influencing people and pressuring people to go into illegal means of making money and extra means of making money. So there's illegal and there's immoral. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Immoral is not necessarily against the law. Yeah. It's not necessarily against the law, but judging by the moral compass that we might live with as, you know, as Africans or as Nigerians.
So the part of social media, I feel like, you know, a lot of people feel like Instagram, the app that attentions people. I feel like it's LinkedIn. If you go to LinkedIn and you open LinkedIn and you're seeing someone of 23-year-old telling you that MSc, BSc, coach, career advocate, and you're looking like
LinkedIn. See,
you don't understand. Your G that you normally say, oh guy, alpha, you're looking at like.
Let me say this to you guys out there, all right? Because I've had a lot of friends who are probably searched for, you know, remote jobs, and LinkedIn seems to be the platform where you can be very official. Hello, don't be moved by all this LinkedIn. Do you know what I say?
Pressure.
Do you know when I say they cook? They cook lie.
Really? You think they are lies? Someone will just come out and say, I own this. No,
they are true profiles. Don't get me wrong, all right? They are true profiles on LinkedIn, but see, don't be swayed away by all the things that you see. That someone will cook up CV and post. Don't. That's actually the much we can take today. On
at the end of the day, nobody can pressurize if you ask me.
That's the truth.
Delete your app.
Let's continue, all right? But you have to join us on YouTube. The Fuze on YouTube. That's where we'll continue the conversation. And guys, kindly follow us on Instagram, Fuze_local. My name is ABA Kings, AB_AKYNZ on all social media platforms.
My name is Madichi. Follow me on all social media platforms. Until next time, guys, stay fused.
It's going.
Upfront and personal, world-class business, world-class consultants.